Hello, welcome to class. This is the fifth module where we'll be talking about writing CVs, cover letters, and recommendation letters. And we'll talk about purpose of CV and cover letters in immigration application, the differences between academic, professional, and immigration CVs, step-by-step CV writing process. We'll also look at the writing effective cover letter for study, work, and scholarship. Look at structure and purpose of recommendation letter. We also be look at drafting recommendation letter for academic and professional use. And lastly, we'll be looking at editing and formatting best practices. And for this, we have a very robust example or samples on how these three that we'll be looking at need to be written. This is an explanation, and I want you to follow one after the other. When we talk about CV and cover letter, these are actually just more than paperwork, and these are documents that provides a structured factual evidence that supports a personal narrative of statement of purpose. And we talk about it aligning together. It must align together. And when we talk about curriculum vitae, the CV, it's actually a comprehensive summary of qualification, the experience, and also skills. And it's the what of the application. It is the what of the application. And the cover letter is actually a formal introduction that provides context, highlights key strengths, and also explains motivation. And it is the why of the application. And together, they create a complete, credible, and also professional application package. Let's look at the purpose of CV in immigration application. We say CV is a strategic tool and not just a list. It's not just that you are listing something. It's actually strategic tool. And the purpose is to showcase your qualification. It's also to demonstrate relevance. And this talks about highlighting experiences that directly align with the visa category or programs requirements. Another purpose is to support credibility, which offers verifiable evidence to back up claims made in the SOP. And the last purpose is to facilitate quick assessment, that is allowing busy officer it allows busy officers and committees to be able to quickly assess an applicant's fit and eligibility. For cover letter, it's actually adding context and personality to the application, and the purpose include it personalizes or to personalize the application, and this talks about introducing the applicant and creation of a human connection with the reader. The next is to highlight key qualifications of the applicant. The next is to demonstrate communication skills, that is showcasing the ability to write clearly, professionally, and also persuasively. And the last one is to clarify purpose, which deals with explaining intent, objectives, and also alignment with the specific program or vision or visa rather. We have three forms of CV. We have the academic CV, we have the professional CV, and we have the immigration CV. And these actually have their focus and their purpose. And we'll be looking at it as we go on. And for academic CV, the focus is actually on research, publications, and teachings. And under the educational sector, it's actually detailed. And as per courses, thesis, CGPA, it's actually focused. It encapsulates all of these details. These details also, and it should be robust. And for work experience, academic CV deals with research and teaching focus. It's research and teaching focused, and the length can be of maybe 4+ pages. And for it is actually for university admission or research roles. And for professional CV, the primary focus is for work experience, skills, and achievements. And for educational sector, you have to just briefly summarize the educational section. And for work experience, it's a primary focus there. It's a primary focus, and the length should be between 1 to 3 pages. And the purpose is for job application. And for immigration section, CV now, for the primary focus is the eligibility for visa criteria and skills. And under the education sector sections, it needs to be detailed and point relevant. For work experience, it needs to be balanced and eligibility focused, and the length can be between 2 to 3 pages, and it should be concise. And for the purpose is actually for visa approval and point assessment. And you need to also note that always you need to always tailor the CV to the specific purpose that you want to use it for, whether academic or professional or immigration um, purpose. Looking at the step-by-step CV writing process. Now, for you to write a CV, you need to one understand the purpose. Is it for study? Is it for work or for visa? And you need to also gather information, that is collecting of all transcripts, certificates, and also employment records. You also need to choose a format, which is chronological in terms of career progression or skill based, highlighting competence. And also, you need to also write clear sections in terms of contact information, summary, education, work sections, skills, and the likes. Also, you need to tailor, the next one is to tailor to the audience. That is the use of keywords from the job description or visa guidelines. Another step is to focus on presentation. You use clear headings, bullet points, and also consistent fonts. And the next is to review and edit. That is, you proofread meticulously for errors and consistencies. And lastly is to finalize and save, which is save as a PDF with a professional file name. Save as a PDF with a professional file name. Now, in writing an effective cover letter, there is need for header, that is your contact information and date. The introduction is important, where you state the purpose of your letter and brief introduction of yourself. The body paragraph 1 is the background, which highlights your most relevant academic or professional achievements. The paragraph 2 of the body is actually on motivation and fit, which explains why you are interested in this specific program or job and how your goals align with it. And the third paragraph is a future goal, which briefly outlines your career path, plans, and how this opportunity fits in. And it's the next is the closing, and which is reaffirming your interest, thanking the reader, and also including a call to action, which is I welcome the opportunity to discuss my application further. In tailoring the cover letter for different contexts, and when we talk about cover letter for study application, you need to emphasize academic achievement and research. You also need to show alignment with the program, um, curriculum, and faculty. For a job application, you need to focus on work experience, skills, and measurable results, and you need to demonstrate knowledge of the company and industry. And for a scholarship, you need to highlight academic excellence, leadership, and also community services. And you need to align your goals with the scholarship missions. In practice, never use a generic cover letter. Personalization is key to demonstrating genuine interest. For recommendation letter, it's actually an external endorsement from a credible source like the professor, employer, and the likes, and it verifies your qualifications and achievements. It is one that accesses your personal quality in terms of integrity, leadership, and teamwork. It also demonstrates your suitability and potential for successes, and also had credibility that no self-written document can provide. And a structure of a strong recommendation letter is either in the introduction, that is the recommender's contact information and title, and the explanation of their relationship to the applicant. And the next is the paragraph one, which is the achievement. The specific example of the applicant's accomplishments, skills, and contributions using concrete evidences, not just general praise. And also, the next is the paragraph two, which is personal quality. And this describes character traits like motivation, integrity, and resilience with illustrative example. And the next is the paragraph 3, which is sustainability. And this explains why the applicant is an excellent fit for the specific opportunity. And the last one is a strong, clear statement of recommendation and contact details for follow up. Now, when we talk about in drafting academic or professional recommendations, a recommendation letter, we need to look at this. When we talk about academic recommendation letter, it can be from professor, research advisor, and the likes. And the focus is intellectual curiosity, research skills, analytical thinking, academic integrity, and the evidence should focus on it is on publication, grades, research projects, and class participation. For professional recommendation letter, it is written from managers, supervisors, senior colleagues, and focus is on work performance, leadership, problem solving, teamwork, and project management. And the evidence of this is successful project, target met, applied, and also promotions. The best practice in recommendation letter is one, it needs to be specific, it needs to be relevant, you need to maintain a professional tone, it needs to also ensure consistency, and you need to proofread. A letter with error reflects poorly on both the recommender and the applicant. Now, in editing and formatting best practices, for editing, you need to check grammar, spellings, punctuations. You need to also ensure clarity and conciseness. You need to verify consistency of all facts like dates and title. You need to also eliminate vague statements and be specific. And lastly, you need to seek external feedback. And for formatting, you need to use clear, consistent headings. You need to choose readable fonts like Arial, Time New Romans. You need to also maintain consistent spacing and margin. You use bullet points for easy reading, and you ensure uniform formatting across all documents. And the goal is for a professional, credible, and also easy to read application that makes a strong impression. In conclusion, CV, cover letter, and recommendation letter are essential evidence-based documents that complement the SOP. And we've seen the CV in terms of the academic, professional, and immigration purposes. We also seen cover letter in serving the purpose of study, work, scholarship. We've seen recommendation letter as that which offers independent, credible validation and application skills and character. And strong letters are built on clear structures with specific examples, and meticulous editing and consistent formatting are not optional. They are very important. Mastering these documents creates a powerful, cohesive, and successful application package. Thank you.